Previously, in the world of Galamora.
Dimension door. Zendel's cleaning the car. Shanti's having a mental breakdown.
Maintenance.
Okay.
I cast Create Water and begin to do the Hooters car wash.
I will
Rob
not
was
pick it up and first just try and look if the trigger is still intact.
You look it over, and this one looks to be missing any sort of trigger, but it does have some wires coming out one of the ends of it.
And I'm going to cast that. Locate creature, level 3.
Bit of fur from a bloodhound? That's so specific. It's worth noting, chat, I don't track material components unless it's a bunch of money. And you can sense, yeah, he's within 1,000 feet. He's pretty far off, but...
Which direction?
He is both in the opposite direction of the rubble and, like, at an angle downwards. You fiddle with it a little bit, and just... and it expands to Warhammer size. So you now have a sledgehammer that reduces down to the size of a regular hammer. The buildings start to thin out a bit more. You can see that whatever organic parts there were, like wooden windows that like open and shut, seem to be falling off their hinges and degrading. Zendel, you see Elric kind of fall back and approach you a bit. He glances at the tip of the spear that you have and he says, "So, how did everything go in the feywild? The goddess, Ra?"
I don't think she's quite gone yet.
I did happen upon this one individual with some of the most unusual biology in the world, and they wanted me to give them a spear made out of the goddess of nature's body, in the shape of the goddess of war's spear, and they went to go settle in vendetta with the goddess of rot. And it would seem there's been some alterations made to that weapon. And he looks up towards the tip of the spear, which is... it's got like little bits of fungus kind of starting to sprout out of it. You see a flash of light come from the direction of that cave mouth, and a loud crack goes through the air as the sort of ball of fire shoots at like incredible speed past all of you. It manages to miss, but it completely destroys a stalagmite nearby. And what size would this make him if he like shrinks?
Half.
Oof, half of a dwarf? That's like the size of a dog. That's a 3.
Oh. And I would then like to just hold it by the head myself.
You do that. He is now really small. It's like you're holding like a toddler. Like he's tiny. And he's just like cursing and shouting, trying to be let go.
Does he have a high-pitched voice?
And I'm gonna say I kind of want to end the session there, just with you guys holding the now captured dwarf who almost slipped through the cracks.
He's a roach.
The roach.
Alright, chat. What do you say we try this one more time? Okay. My apologies. The sound on my end went crackly, staticky, and echoey, and I couldn't understand a damn thing anyone was saying, so... hopefully, in the future that won't happen, but...
It is by far the most cryptic IT problem I've seen in a while.
And no one can solve it without getting their actual hands on it. So...
Oof.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the fix will have to wait until I'm actually living with the fiancé, so... Any whoosies,
Then he can stuff his hands into the PC.
God damn it, why'd you have to make it sexual?
No, he didn't. As well as other things. Now we did.
Oh god. Alright. Handing it back to you, Makeshift. So, Dwarf is the tiny. And he spat at Brock, which is not smart.
Yeah. So, he spits on you, and what do you do? Now everybody's starting to catch up and get over here.
I will just stare at him for a second, look at the spot he spits at, and just say, "You'll get what you deserve." And I'll clean off this bit and look over to the other people who are probably making their way to me right now.
And they do exactly that. The whole group, you're now in pretty clear standing view of Brock holding up this half-sized dwarf who's been shrunken down by the head. And his golem's kind of looming behind him. And the dim light of the cave is really... Oh, you've seen him hold a small dwarf by the head. It's looking a little strange. He's got a grip on that thing.
Damn, he's got them grippers. I don't exactly know what to do right now. Like, there's one way I could go, but I don't know how well the party's gonna take that.
Oh, I got you. The dwarf then...
Jet.
Yeah, I
What's
got
up?
Your
Don't worry,
camera.
don't worry. I'm doing something.
He's
Okay.
become the OBS symbol.
God damn it, he pulled his cock out! Put it away, Jet! Put it
Well, I have an
away!
idea. It's this. You know,
Oh, hey, nice! There you go.
do both.
Look at that. Look
Nice.
at that handsome man.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna let the dice decide.
Oh no.
We're gonna let the dice decide how I do this.
Okay.
Falls in love.
Where's
In the
where's-
meantime,
Oh my
as
God.
the dwarf is held up towards all of you, you're all showing up at this scene, he speaks up and goes, "Yeah, and you're going to get my boot up your arse. Fine. You've got me. The hell do you all want?"
Shanti is going to push her way to the front, walk straight up to him, grab his arm, turn it over, and place basically her hand, because he's so fucking tiny, over his entire forearm. And makeshift, I would like to use the thing that I do to read their dreams. And I want to
Give me-
see pretty
give
much
me a-
everything he's been dreaming about recently.
Give me a strength check at advantage.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna give you a strength check at advantage. What's my strength modifier again? God damn it, it's -1. Okay, hold on. That's a 12. Oh, wait. Advantage.
Yeah.
Haha, 18!
Nice. With a little bit of effort, you grab his arm, and like your hand at this point is big enough that you're basically grabbing like his whole chunky arm, and like you manage to come here, you, and pull it towards you. And you do that, casting which spell?
It's not the spell, it's just her thing that she does. It's the same thing she did with Elric and with Sinead. It's just I'm gonna look at everything that's happened to you in your dreams.
You do that,
Kalishtar shit.
piercing your magic deep into his consciousness through his nervous system, and very quickly, those glowy star bits all around you, they once again appear, and they start to, just like they had not too long ago, project scenes onto the world around you. And you once again, you pretty quickly focus in. It's almost like you're being pulled in like gravity towards the most important part. You're able to focus in on the memory that kept getting brought up when you were casting that spell on him. And you see one memory most prominent. And around you, the world lights up a bit more as this new world is projected onto the area around you. And you can see above you a starry night sky and a bright moon. But beneath you, you can see what seems to be a town. And you can also see what seems to be looming in the distance, the faint impression of the doors of Duriona, a bit far away. It's hard to tell in the darkness of the night, but the moonlight is helping with the vision. And as you're looking around, you can see what seems to be 3 dwarfs doing some digging, just not only a few feet away, a little ways a bit further up the hill. And a projection of this, the dwarf that you've captured here is like looking out over this village beneath you. And Shanti, you immediately recognize this village.
I
Pretty hard
thought
to
I
forget
would. Are they talking to each other? Can I go see what they're talking about, or like what they're doing?
The two dwarfs, like further up the hill, only by like 10 feet further up, seem to be grumbling about something, but like whispering and staying quiet. The final dwarf, who you recognize as the one you captured, he seems to be a few feet further down the hill, and he seems to be minding his own business. As he's like looking down at the town.
Is there a way for me to tell what they're digging, or if they're just digging random shit?
Oh, you can absolutely tell what they're digging.
Okay.
They're using a tool that's kind of like looks like a shovel, but if like two shovels are like taped together, and they're like stabbing it down into the ground, and then one of them's doing that.
Oh, okay.
And after a few of those, the other's like putting a cylinder, which you recognize as those explosives from before. He's like sticking it down into the dirt. He's like tying something on the top of it.
Oh, so there was more than one of them. Okay. Well, if he couldn't hear what they were grumbling about, I couldn't, so. I want to watch the grumpy dwarf. I don't remember what his name is. What is it, like Doldrum or something?
I think it is Doldrum.
Which is fucking apropos for a name. It's like, Jesus Christ, that's on the nose. I love it.
I don't know what apropos is.
Joke's on you, gay shit. I don't know what that means.
What does apropos mean?
It's like on the nose, accurate. I don't know the exact definition. Somebody have Google?
Now I'm too curious. I gotta go figure this out.
We gotta derail the whole session. That way, then you can
That's
find out
what
what
it's all about.
apropos
Regard
means.
to
Just
something
because.
concerning.
You know what? My dinner's here, and I have to show my ID to the delivery guy.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. They will entertain you while I go prove that I'm 21 and older. So hold on. I just really want my alcohol. Okay.
Good thing I just learned a new word that I need to go figure out. So, I didn't hear what Yasha had said. What I'm looking at. Oh, go ahead.
Basically concerning. With regard to something, it's concerning. So, the example this dictionary thing gives me is like, I was always a fantasist. And Nicholson says later, apropos of his childhood. So, concerning his childhood.
Mine's a little different. I'm on that American internet, so it's far better. Oxford language, so the cool kids of language definitions. Apropos as a preposition with reference to concerning. There's a semicolon there between to and concerning. She remarked apropos of the initiative. It's not going to stop the abuse, is like the example I gave. Also, hell yeah, use the word initiative in the thing I googled in D&D. As an adjective, very appropriate to a particular situation, the composer's reference to a child's play is apropos. So why is Doldrum... Hang on. Now I gotta Google... I just found a name that looked cool.
This is not D&D anymore. This is Wordle.
I forget why I picked this name.
This is hardcore Wordle.
Hardcore Wordle. You don't even know the spacing. It's just words.
Holy crap! I completely forget why I picked this name. I think I might have actually just picked it because it sounded good and the syllables sounded right. I googled, Doldrums, plural. As a noun, a state or period of inactivity, stagnation, or depression. The mortgage market has been in the doldrums for 3 years. Arctic Circle.
Interesting.
It's also an equatorial region of the Atlantic Ocean with calms and sudden storms. But yeah, that kind of fits this character since he's in a bit of a depression.
Nice.
Well, I accidentally had good writing when it comes to character names.
Okay.
Sounds guilty.
I have
how's
acquired
the
the booze as well as the dinner.
Nice.
How'd it go? Did
Uh,
he scan your...
Yeah, they scanned it. They can't. So, Makeshift, remember how you asked me a question about how, like, delivering alcohol would work
Uh-huh.
a couple days ago? Apparently, you cannot have them leave it at the door. It does have to be, like,
Sign for it.
hand deliver it. Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
sign for it, essentially.
Funny enough, literally yesterday, my boss got a gift basket from our corporate for thanking him for his years of service, and it was 2 wine bottles, and he had to like sign for it. I was like, this literally answered my question about the thing that I only learned about like 2 days ago.
I'm sorry, Chet, that you get the paper sounds. But this bitch do be hungry. Holy shit, that's so good. Okay.
It's like trying to quietly open a bag of Doritos in like a classroom.
Yeah, in a movie theater. Okay. Back to the serious dream time. Okay.
Oh yeah, now back to the PTSD-inducing trauma of this one dwarf.
Yeah, while I drink a alcoholic cookies and cream shake.
Like, yeah. Oh, that sounds so good.
So as you're looking at this memory, you start to the 2 dwarfs behind you, they seem to finish up that last one they were working on, and they whisper forward to the other one. All right, let's get this going. He spins around. Fucking Christ almighty. Why the fuck did it have to be like this? What do you mean? What's the problem? We've done this shit before. How's it different now? It's fucking different now. I keep on making voice. It's fucking different now. Because there's people down there. Christ. Tried fucking warning them all goddamn day. Why would they listen to me? Just one of those annoying city dwarves.
Wait. Makeshift.
Yes.
Is this dwarf the fucking guy that was standing in the middle of the square going, "There's a bad thing coming"? Is this him?
In this moment, you make the connection that you remembered as a child. There was somebody in your town on the day before or the morning before the events of that night who was trying to tell everybody to just get out of town. There's danger coming. And you make the connection, since he just said that, he was the one trying to tell everybody to just leave town for a bit.
Oh my god! Oh no! Oh my god. Okay. She makes the connection, and she continues to watch. Now a bit more like, God damn it, grumpy.
And then you hear the dwarf who was finishing planting or tying the last explosive in. He goes, "Well, no use stopping now. We're already here. It's not like we can pack up and leave, they'll know. All the paperwork's been done, we've been paid. So, whenever you're ready." Ay, Christ. You see the dwarf like rubbing his face really hard as he looks up towards the moon. Just fucking do it already. And he pauses. He's looking down at the town in front of him. And you see that memory that you saw before, but there was just a glimpse of it before. But now it's much clearer as he's looking down this avenue. The moon's kind of, after a few hours, adjusted a little bit in his mind. And now he can see the main street a little better. In it, you can see the silhouette of what looks to be a person. And upon squinting, they look pretty short. And they seem to just be like they've just wandered out of a house. Possibly. It's very strange why somebody, either maybe it's a halfling, but it might also just be a kid.
Oh no.
Shanti, give me a perception check. With
Okay.
advantage, since you're kind of controlling
Uh-huh.
this dream.
Perception, what's my modifier? Did you say with anything?
With advantage, since you're
Advantage,
controlling
okay.
this dream, kind of.
So that's...
Do any of us
That's a 6.
see this as well, or is she projecting it, or is she just in the dream herself?
Oh, this is all being projected. You can all see this around you.
Oh, what the fuck?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. That's an 18. A 14 plus 4.
An 18. And then it occurs to you. You recognize some of the clothing on that figure. Not necessarily because it's familiar, but because you realize if it was a halfling, they wouldn't have worn what looks to be pajamas out in the middle of the street, because that would have been an adult just wandering around in their pajamas. You realize it must be a kid. And you're starting to piece together that's you. From all those years ago.
God damn it. Oh god.
Do I recognize this little gremlin?
Fair.
Yes, because you have a lot of... You spent a good amount of time around them when they were wearing that exact outfit. So, you immediately recognize
Just a
this
bit
sight.
more bloody.
I know that misbehaved silhouette.
I know that fucking gremlin.
And then,
What the fuck's she doing up again? So late at night.
Why not?
As you're kind of, as you're seeing this, the dwarf in real life, though, not the projection, the shrunken one, he speaks up and goes, "God damn this, why the hell are you making me watch this? Isn't it bad enough I have to see it every day? What's the meaning of this?" I need to lean forward to do his voice better.
Shanti does not answer and continues experiencing this because she wants to know what he did. How did he react to this?
And then after he most recently in the projection stated out loud, "Just do it. All right, let's get this over with." You saw your silhouette down beneath him. He hears the dwarf from behind him go, "All right, just a moment." And he goes, and then the one in front, or then he goes, "Oh, wait, stop!" As he tries to whirl around quickly and reach out his arm, but the other dwarf's already bringing down his hand on the activation key. And then, after the initial sparks fly from it, and it sends like this sort of fiery little snake going in a bunch of directions, it seems like it's igniting this whole cable and like prepping it for explosion, and the other two dwarfs just immediately start running. He quickly looks back and forth between the running dwarves. He looks down at the silhouette in the town. Damn this. And he pulls out what seems to be a knife. And as these... It's almost like these balloons are starting to like inflate under the ground beneath the surface. There's like... It's like the dirt's swelling up like one by one in kind of rapid succession. And there's like 20-something of these things in this kind of long line. And it's forming two different rows. You see the dwarf quickly make a sprint for what seems to be the far side of them, where they were activating later on. And he starts like jamming his knife down into the dirt between two of them. It seems like he's severed something under the dirt. As like now the ballooning dirt is starting to like really expand a lot. And like now it's like it's starting to knock away big chunks of the earth. And you all don't fall because there's physical ground still beneath you, but from the memory you can see that like all the ground beneath you is like giving away and flooding down the hill. But the chunk that he managed to stab into, there's a noticeable piece of the earth that didn't fall, and some of those explosives seem to have just remained like unignited. And then you watch as like that silhouette off in the distance starts like running away as it just saw a landslide heading towards it. And the memory kind of blurs from that point as the dwarf seems to tumble down into like the back end of the landslide, and he seems to get knocked unconscious. And the memory fades from around you.
Is there anything else that I can see? Because I heard the two dwarves say they've done this before. I want to know, can I see what the fuck they've done before? Or is that just not something he dreams about?
Are you like searching his memories for them?
I'm just trying to see if there's anything else he's done that haunts him.
There does seem to be something else deeper in his mind.
I will tighten my grip on his arm and try to find that.
While she's doing it the fancy way, Brock will just look in horror at the entire thing and just ask him, "How many?"
Bro, you took the fucking words out of my mouth. We have the same brain cell. I'm so proud of you. I just rolled over my food. Oops.
Oh no!
Oh no!
The food's fine. It was just the bag. It's just the bag.
And as he's doing that,
I'm gonna mute so they can have their conversation.
oh word. As you say that to him, you can see that he seems to like this. The mental distress is clearly starting to get to him, and it almost seems like he's tearing up now. And he goes, "Don't you think I've tried to figure that out? Hell if I know. I lost count."
Lost count. You killed an entire fucking village.
Don't you think I know that? Don't you think I think of that every day?
Barack will just stare him in the eye. Does he see the pain?
You can see him kind of like clenching his face, like he's not happy. It's like an angry crying, but he is starting to like tear up now. It's like clearly getting to him. Like he's having them flashbacks in like HD 4K.
Play the CCTV footage.
And like 360 like video on YouTube where you can like look around, that sort of thing.
Damn.
Ray tracing recording.
Oh god. Ray tracing on my PTSD flashbacks. Oh my god.
I'm putting that in the quote book.
Just a quick question. He was not anywhere at the site when Brock was helping dig that shit up.
Nah, so like when the landslide occurred, like the whole chunk of earth that got pushed forward, and like it's like when there's snow on top of your car and it's like not frozen, you can like push a slab of it. He kind of fell into like the back end of the dirt, whereas the front part's where all the destruction was. So he still got knocked unconscious from the fall and tumbling around the back of the dirt, but he woke up soon enough to just like dip.
Okay. Brock will just say, "Oh, I fucking know. I dug half of these fucking corpses out of the ground myself. You just fucking ran from it."
I tried to stop it. For once, I actually grew a conscience when I saw them. But hell, that wasn't worth a damn either. They probably died too. All I did was give myself an injury.
But too late for that.
And as you say that, the memory around you, Shanti begins to shift it into something new as she's looking for a different memory. And one kind of springs up. This one's not nearly as clear as detailed. But around you, you're on a tiled stone floor, and surrounding you on all sides seems to be walls of billowing, blood red smoke.
Oh
And
no.
as you look around and look at them, it almost seems like the smoke, it kind of takes on the appearance of faces, kind of. It's sort of like when you look at clouds and see a face.
Oh.
But you're looking around and it looks like a bunch of faces are in the smoke, and something about this memory feels... You can tell this isn't quite a literal memory. Something about his emotions is amplifying lots of the details.
'Tis a dream.
Yeah.
His Shanti's specialty. Your motherfucking nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you see a lot of billowing smoke all around you. And Brock, you see the dwarf that you're holding still, he shuts his eyes now. As it seems like he's starting to panic.
I want... Is there any way I can make the faces clearer? Is there some magic that I could do? I want... I want to know what's going on.
It's a face in the same way of circle, circle, mouth.
Yeah.
Looks like a face.
It's cloud face. I want to see if there's a way that I could bring anything into more clarity. But I don't think I can. I don't have anything that could do that.
You can give me I'll call that an arcane check.
You
Sure.
just asked for my highest modifier, motherfucker.
Oh my god. Sure, give me an arcane
Please.
check.
Please.
You're doing
Okay, hold
this
on.
all.
Hold on 1 second. I'm just gonna... I'm giving you a kiss of good luck.
Give me a motherfucking nat 20.
It's
Okay,
a
here we go.
DC, it's 12.
I know it's a DC 12, but it would be really cool if it were a nat 20 plus my highest fuck modifier. I will fucking take it! I gotta do math. Hold on. God damn it. Why is numbers? 23!
23. So it's hard to make out any sort of detail because this feels kind of abstract as you're looking around, because it's just these walls of smoke around you, but you manage to focus in and kind of feel the sensation of where exactly this nightmare is originating from. And you kind of focus in at a point that seems like it's beyond the base of the smoke. And the smoke starts to it's not dissipating or phasing away, it's just kind of becoming background noise and less prominent of a visual. And all of you see what seems to be a group of humanoids huddled on the ground, and just kind of crouching and huddled around each other like a bunch of penguins.
I'm listening.
There goes Streaky. You said the word.
Oh my god.
Penguins, you say?
I can't really move because his arm is so goddamn short. I can't
Can
really
I recognize any of the people on the floor?
You don't? They seem... You can't make out any facial details of these figures.
Okay, so
they just
they're
look
not the-
small.
Hey
They're
Mars.
not the corpses.
Mars, do you recognize anyone?
You can clearly recognize that these do seem to be children of some
Oh.
persuasion. They're small. These aren't halflings.
Oh.
Children.
Mars, you there?
Marcy, you recognize anyone?
Ah.
She is kind of just in the background right now.
Oh, okay. She's just sitting back with a bowl of popcorn, okay.
Like, whoa, look at all these graphics.
Yo, this is so cool.
Who used a 4090 in this guy's brain?
He was just closing his eyes, wasn't he?
Yeah, he like closed his eyes and he seems like he's starting to panic. And he says, please, just make this end. Stop showing me this.
I will take Shanti's hand, not to pull it away, but to pour a little bit of memory in it myself. To show every single corpse he found.
Shanti, you see Brock put his hand near where you're placing your hand on the dwarf, and or on the other dwarf, the small one.
While I do that, I will say, it's not like you can look away from her magic.
That is correct. As this is just stuff being dredged up from inside of his very soul.
Fuck you.
And I'm gonna say you can just, like, since you've already had experience with having Shanti, like, do the whole soul look at your dreams thing, you know that what you have to do is basically just envision what they're trying to show you, and that'll bring it up. And you do that, bringing up the painful memories from your mind of each and every corpse that died with a look of fear on its face, some with a look of sadness, but certainly not a single one with a look of happiness. Just a few that died almost peacefully in their sleep. And every single one of them, they flash through your mind at lightning speed, as it's forced into the other dwarf's mind for him to look at. And at this point, he's just like struggling and trying to like shake away now. Please, that's enough.
That.
And by that time, I will show the very last one that he dug up, which was Shanti's mother.
Oh.
And beneath it, Shanti.
Okay.
And you do that.
Mainly focusing on Shanti, I will not have the memory of the mother there for long, because that was not the main focus of that memory.
Gotcha. You were saying something, Briar?
I'm checking something with her telekinesis. Give me one second.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so it is that spell. Give me 1 second. Okay, quick question. Mage Hand cannot carry more than 10 pounds.
Yes.
Can it fucking shove someone with the force of 10 pounds?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is after, like, I'd say probably like 5 or 6 seconds of just Shanti's fucking body being in his head, Shanti is going to rip her hand away from his arm, and in quick succession, I'm going to cast Mage Hand and shove this dwarf back into the wall as hard as she can using Mage Hand.
You do that. Brock, do you let go of the dwarf when 10 pounds of force is applied to them?
Yes.
You do that. And, I'm gonna say, yeah, there's a wall behind them, because there's not really any given position to this. I was thinking middle of the room, but whatever. You push them a few into behind them with
I don't know, it could be into a stalactite, into something solid.
Oh yeah, a stalagmite. You push them up against a nearby stalagmite, and they're held there by 10 pounds of force.
Okay. She is going to turn on him. Actually, you know what? No. I'm gonna make this worse.
Oh, God.
Shanti is going to turn to Loon and look at her and just be like, what was that? Those children. That wasn't my village. What was that?
She kind of just jokes a bit. She strokes.
She turns back to the dwarf.
Shrug.
She turns back to the dwarf, walks up to him, and grabs his neck and asks the same question. What was that?
He's kind of like keeping his eyes like low. He's not making eye contact, trying to dissociate.
Look at me! What was that?
Give me an intimidation roll to see if he does in fact look at you.
Close to tears. Frail little Kalistar. Yeah, very intimidating. What is my intimidation? I actually have a modifier for this? What the fuck? Okay. I thought it was gonna be like a 1.
Oh my god.
That is a
Basically
16.
charisma.
Oh, wait. Is it +2 or +1? It's +2. I thought it was a 1. That is a 17.
You got a 17?
Yes.
Well, let me quickly roll for him. Click here. Up arrow. Bam. 8. Yeah, you intimidate him into
8.
looking at you. And so he looks up at you, and he steadies his breath for a moment. After the village, outside the doors, I went numb. I had worked a long time, just demolishing buildings. I was doing it illegally. See, under the mountain, real estate isn't easy to come by. Have to carve it out of solid stone. Most people don't have the time, tools, or money. And so, to subvert property ownership, I got a job destroying buildings. But work even in that dried up. All those rich bastards of this city got what they needed from me. There was nothing left to do to keep food in me. Eventually, I had to take that job to destroy that city. At the very least, that one girl survived, I suppose. As for that fire, I see that fire laughing at me every time I close my eyes. The same thing had happened.
Keep going.
Nothing.
Keep going.
Nothing left. I had to. I thought that building wasn't in use anymore. I swear. But I saved all of them. From a life under this dreadful fucking mountain. Living in this hell. It's better that they burned to death that day. At least that was quick.
May I please make a... Fucking Christ, what even check with the... I want to see if I can make a connection here. But I don't know what that would be.
Maybe investigation or intelligence?
Investigation, I'd have to go looking for something other than, like...
I was
I'd
gonna
have to
say,
investigate something.
Insight.
Like,
what do
insight?
you...
Insight!
Yeah, insight. Yeah.
Can I make an insight check to see if I understand what he's talking about? If I can make the, like, connect the dots in my head.
Yeah, what are you trying to check for?
I want to see. Shanti thinks that this was some sort of group home for kids. Like an orphanage or something. Or like a school building or something. Something like that. I want to know if that's what he is confessing to have burned.
Yeah, that's basically what he's saying. Is he accidentally, intentionally or not, he seemed to have burned down a building that had children still inside of it. And he's convinced, he's gaslit himself into thinking that he saved them from a life of, like, living in this mountain.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on.
And,
I need to, like, gather myself.
It occurs to you, Loon did have, they might have mentioned something similar to this. Did you, Mars?
Back what? Not in last session, but the session before?
I think.
Okay.
When they introduced Loon.
She has alluded to some stuff.
Okay, did she allude to this stuff?
Because they do have a visible scar on their face. If I'm not mistaken, it has...
She does have a burn mark around her eye and body.
Yeah.
Oh.
So...
Shanti is slowly going to turn. Look at Loon, still with her hand around this dwarf's neck. And then look back at him. And just after a few seconds of just stunned, horrified silence, she is going to... Give me 1 second. Where's the spell? Of course it's the... Give me 1 second. 1 second. I'm ruining the moment. There it is. God damn, why is D&D Beyond so fucking... There we go. Where is the spell? I have to remember what level it is so I can use the correct spell slot. I know I have it. Where is it? ¿Dónde está my brother in Christ?
Take your time.
Okay, you know what? I don't have it. God damn it. I don't have the fucking agony spell. Oh no, it's in Mania's spell. God damn it. Okay. You know what? Fine. We're doing it the old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way.
We're doing this the old-fashioned way.
Regular agony without the spell.
Regular agony.
Regular agony.
No, there's gonna be a spell. I don't think she has it in her to punch somebody. I'm pretty sure her fingers would just absolutely snap in half.
-1 damage.
Yeah, she has a -1 modifier. Like, we're not gonna fucking do this.
Her fist.
Okay.
Just,
Yeah.
you know, mage hand to the junk to, you know, 10 pounds of twisting force.
Oh no! That is to quote you, Makeshift, I will testicular torsion you into the abyss.
I
Okay.
have said that.
Yeah, you have. I have it in the quote book, motherfucker. Oh, thank fuck, I have the spell slots for this.
Alright.
This is
Let me
not
know
gonna
when
go
you're-
well if we have to fight anything.
Let me know when you're going to do something. I have an idea.
Let me describe what I'm about to do, and then you can decide if you want to get in between her and this dwarf.
Okay.
Makeshift, I am going to cast Tasha's Mind Whip.
Okay. Signature spell.
Signature spell. Yep.
On his testicles.
Nope, not on his testicles. I'm going to... She's going to stand there for a moment, staring at him. And then her free hand is going to start to crackle with magic. and then she is going to basically pull the mind whip spell out and just start wailing on him. Just
Okay, so hold on. Before Shanti starts whipping, like pretty much at the point where she's like charging up, like the whip is forming.
Yeah.
Azim comes up and like puts a hand on her shoulders, be like, "I think he's had enough."
So as you're readying this, like the spell's kind of forming in your hand, you get the feeling of you just need to like sling it, and it'll be range, but you're about to punch him. You hear Azim behind you say that as he puts a hand on your shoulder.
Streaky.
Do you still?
Yeah.
What's your armor class?
No.
15.
Uh-huh. I cast Thunder Wave to knock him back. Make a DC Constitution save. DC 14.
Okay.
No. He makes
God
it.
fucking...
He made
God
it.
bless.
What does
So
that
you had
mean he makes it?
a big loud shockwave just fired off into Azim. Upon you putting your hand on her shoulder and being like, I think he's had enough.
It's not a fart. She's trying to knock him backwards. She's trying to get him
Wait.
away from her.
Wait, so is this like save enough to like push me back slightly, or just like it doesn't move me at all? Like,
If you succeed the Constitution saving throw, it doesn't push you back. I
You
think
only
it
take
still
half
does-
as much damage, though.
Yeah, it
so you
still
will
does
still
damage.
take... What's half of 13?
now here's the question: is this like an area effect kind of thing?
Yes, 15-foot
Yes.
cube.
Yeah, don't I have that ability where it's like I can negate all damage from area effect stuff? Hold on, let me try to find it.
Holy fuck.
If you can find that feature.
Yeah, give me a
Dex
hot
save,
second. Let
what's
me find
evasion?
it. Evasion? Hold on.
If you
here.
don't, it's 6 damage, by the way.
As you dodge away certain area effects, such as Blue Dragon's Lightning Breath or Fireball, when you are subjected to the effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw, you take only half damage. You instead take no damage if you succeed on a saving throw. You only take half damage if you fail. I kind of want to allow the damage to be avoided, because if you could dodge a fireball with dexterity, you could probably dodge a thunder wave in the exact same way.
You could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a constant.
But you certainly would not be able to like stand still and keep your
Yeah.
hand on Shanti. You'd have to like dodge away from her.
Yeah.
So you would still have to move.
I will say, like, let's say it's that as like I put my hand on the shoulder, I feel the wave coming, and I kind of like backflip away to like negate like the concussion force.
Yeah,
And I'll
sure.
like be like somewhat like I say like 2-3 feet away.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll roll
As
with
you
that.
Actual backflip.
Backflip.
as you-
Yeah, casual backflip.
As you see the spell in her hands start to give off sonic waves, and she's like whipping it around to point it towards you, you quickly jump into the air to avoid the hitbox of that and do a flip
Yes.
and avoid it. But you're now like 5 feet away from her.
Uh-huh.
So they did that.
Now I would like to turn back to the dwarf and start beating the shit out of him with the mind whip.
You do that.
Thank you.
Can't say I tried.
Yeah, you can't say you didn't try.
Yeah, I mean, be fair. Come on, like.
You didn't take Order 66 sitting down. You tried to fight him,
I tried.
but then she clapped your ass. So
Listen, Azim's name is Justice. I don't see justice in this. This is just vengeance.
It's really cool vengeance, though.
it's really cool.
It do be a cool vengeance, I do admit.
Yeah, so I
But
would
if-
like to turn back to the dwarf and start hitting him with the mind whip. I don't think I have to roll anything for that. Yeah, he has to make an intelligence
can I-
saving throw.
Can I, while those two are doing their thing before she starts whipping him, just say one more thing to the dwarf?
Sure.
Well, even though being haunted by the survivors of your actions,
You do that, and for a moment he glances over at you in what looks to be a look of horror. And then Shanti starts beating the fuck out of him.
Yep.
Yay! Intelligence saving throw, bitch.
He has to make an intelligence saving throw?
Yep, and this time it's my wizard it's my wizard save. So that's a 16, not a 14. Oh,
Yeah, that's
fuck
20.
off! You know what? That just makes me happy because I can do it again. Fuck your nat 20. I have enough spell slots.
And guess what? Asum approaches again.
He got a 12, and that's a total of 10.
I'm confused. What just happened?
He rolled for another save on intelligence. He said you're doing it again.
I didn't realize we were doing it right now, but okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fair enough. She starts beating the shit out of him. First one doesn't do much. Second one actually starts doing some fucking damage. Yeah, he just can't make reactions. It just takes like 3d6 damage. Hold on. So half that. Fucking Christ! I dropped the dice. Oh no! It's in the corner. All right. Well, that dice is gone. Bring out the fuck you dice. Come here. Okay.
Can I say that Asum tries to stop her again before she does the second attack, or are we already committing that she's doing the second attack?
I'm committing a war crime.
If you see somebody, if you're already like, okay, I've done all I can, and somebody's just... I feel like the succession of punches is just kind of one event.
Fair.
And you can try. She's probably going to cast another spell at you if you put your hand on her shoulder.
She might hit you.
Yeah, there's a good chance you get hit in the fucking crossfire.
Asum do be a danger boy.
Oh my god. He jumped into the mouth of a worm. Of course he's a fucking danger boy.
Also gonna say, Tyvar, before they were just sort of stepping back, sort of very slightly, maybe very much scared of what the fuck was happening. And like all these dead people and people wanting, not really wanting to kill us.
Oh, that's right. She's never experienced this. Oh no.
So
Tyvar's
they're
fucking confused.
They're just gonna sort of very scared walk up to Brock and sort of hunching down so that they're almost at his height and sort of gently essentially wrap their hands around his arm, like holding on to him.
Aww.
And it's just gonna say, do we stop her? I can try something to maybe calm her down. Do we want that? Or is this okay?
Brock will turn to Tyvar, and you could see him just not being as pissed as Shanti, but definitely very pissed. And just say, I don't think anyone can stop her now.
Well, that's not entirely true.
Not if one spicy boy has anything to say about it.
Are we thinking of the same person, Streaky, or are you thinking of yourself?
Oh, I was thinking of myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like...
You can't stop
I'm just at this point where Asum is just realizing, well, she's going to constantly throw masters, so I'll just wait until she, like, calms down to be like, okay. Like, you know when someone's, like, angrily punching, like, up pillows and walls or just going at it? I'm just going to wait for them to tire themselves out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who just DM'd me?
So Shanti's beating the fuck out of him. And between each, like, lash with this spell, she's just screaming at him in either, like, broken or it's not Kalistar, it's broken quarry and a mix of common. And, like, between these bouts of just horrified screaming, you could kind of make out they were children and an entire village. And finally, when she stops, she kind of like drops her hand and she's like breathing heavily. And she just leans in and she goes, I know you crave death. You crave the release from the nightmares that plague you. I won't be the one to give it to you. You deserve to live every day with the pain that you've caused. That is more torture than I can ever lay upon you. And she's gonna shove him back into the stalagmite before backing off and just like... You know someone after a wrestling match, how they're like pacing and they've got their hands up and they're like...
Are you cheering to the crowd?
No, she's... No. I'm trying to have a serious moment here.
She's having a rocking moment, like, arms up the stairs.
No. I'm trying to do something serious here, you goddamn clowns. Oh my god.
You're trying to do something serious with us here. Are you sure?
That's fair, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were posing in the crowd.
Like, no, it's like she's backing off and pacing, like coming off of that like weird adrenaline high.
Yeah.
And it's just like she's this close to breaking down. She's like, I mean, she already has, but she's this close from going to angry breakdown to just full on sobbing. And she's got like tears streaking down her face. Her hair's a fucking mess. She just backs off and kind of walks away from the group and just leans up against a different, whatever they're called, stalagmite. Thank you. She just kind of leans up against it and is like trying to not vomit.
And Elric starts walking over towards you. Rock, do you anything?
If Elric's already walking over, I'll keep to myself. However, I do want to note, reduce is not infinite, so it will probably wear down.
Yeah, the dwarf, if I'm not mistaken, this has probably been the time limit. He's like bloodied. He's bloodied, laying on the ground, kind of like coughing for breath, and very feeble right now. And he seems like he's almost unconscious, and he like grows back to regular size. He's like laying chest down on the ground. And Elric walks over to you, Shanti, and he quietly, just seeing you lean against a stalagmite, he reaches out his hand.
Her back is probably towards the group, so she probably doesn't see him.
Oh, he walks
did
around,
he walk
to
around
the
in front
side.
of? Okay.
Yeah.
She
yeah.
doesn't notice him for a second, and is kind of just like, I don't know how to describe the kind of emotional state she's in. She's like staring between her hands at the floor and just like trying to not start dry heaving at the shit she's seen.
Are you kneeling right now, or are you sitting?
She's leaning, like, heavily leaning on a stalagmite.
And Elric, like, slowly reaches towards you and, like brings you in for a hug.
Okay, hold on, give me 1 second. I need to, like, compose myself. Hold on. Whew. I can feel, like, Shanti's feelings right now. It's really weird. Once she kind of realizes who's next to her, she just kind of stumbles into his arms and just starts bawling. Just legs give out, horrified, just tears at the fucking shit.
And you do that, crying real hard into Elric. And he's silently just holding you and, like, patting your back a little bit.
Good choice.
Alright, I'm gonna then just turn to Tyvar again and just say, You saw that village?
The one in the Starscape?
Yes. That
Yes.
was her home.
And he destroyed it. He caused that landslide with those blowing up things.
Seems like it. And Brock will just kind of walk over to the dude and kneel a bit down on like his very beaten up body. And he won't touch him or do anything, and just look at him and just say, worms like this disgust me. You are the fucking reason we got a bad reputation. And he'll spit, not on him, but right next to him, and stand back up.
You do that, and he still just kind of like lays there sort of pathetically, and it seems like he didn't get knocked unconscious, but he's just kind of like quit. He's exhausted. He's just laying there.
Oh, while I am close to him, can I tell if he has like any clan marks, family marks, or any of that crests type of stuff on him?
It does not seem like he has any sort of... He has like the Spelunkers Guild crest on him, but that's just kind of a given because you met them there.
Okay. Then what I did was properly directed. Good.
Word.
And Brock will just stand back up and go to Tyvar. Look over at Shanti and Elric.
They will essentially just grapple back onto him for something to hold, being very much in turmoil as well.
He will grab Tyvar's hand on his shoulder and just say, I wish I knew what to do for her.
I have a spell I could use to maybe make her a bit happier.
Which spell is that?
Sure.
Which spell is that?
It's...
Is it Calm Emotions?
No.
Which one?
It's not that. You would have to find out.
See, Briar wants you to do it.
Okay.
Shanti doesn't have a brain cell to spell right now.
Okay.
Brock will just look over and say, if you can do it without her punching you, go for it.
I can do it from a bit further away, but sure. And they will let go of Brock and sort of step in the general direction of Elric and Shanti, and just sort of close enough to be in the talking range, I guess. But still trying not to intrude too much. And just call out, Shanti?
Yes. Oh.
Sorry.
There you go.
Just that, essentially.
Oh. You see, Elric like look up as he sees you approaching, and he like raises an eyebrow for a moment, like just like a gentle eyebrow raise, to kind of be like, "What's up?" Bit of a moment, and then when he hears you say that, he like looks down at Shanti a little bit and like adjusts so she kind of knows he's like moving a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do anything, Shanti?
She's kind of stopped at like the worst of it, but she's like very much in the after effects of a panic attack. It's like shaking and heavy breathing and can't, stop the tears, but they're still... She's not screaming anymore, so she just turns and looks at Tyvar.
and they will sort of lower themselves to the ground to just be kneeling, maybe a bit more on their level, and just quietly ask, do you have a favorite animal? Maybe something you like to cuddle, or I don't know.
She looks at you for a second and is just like, what the, like she's really confused for a moment before she looks at you and just goes,
See
say it?
Elric grin for a moment.
He's
Kinda
the
like I
animal.
Okay, if she were in a better fucking mindset, she would slap the fuck out of you.
It could be an animal.
Oh my god.
She
She doesn't
This
notice
is
his
out
little
of character.
smirk.
Brock doesn't say this.
Yeah.
She doesn't notice Elric's little smirk, but she just stares at Tyvar for a moment before going, owls?
Okay. And then they're gonna cast. Oh fuck, that was the wrong button. Lock of Familiars and summon 5 small, magical, fluffy, cute owls that will just start sort of doing that little owl hop around and maybe like walking up to her and fluffing up their wings and just being cute.
You do that, and a couple of glowy little owls appear. They start doing their owl thing.
Shanti stares at the owls for a little bit before kind of shifting out of Elric's arms to gently, like, reach out and hold one.
Just sort of tap up to you and just sort of hop onto your lap and rustle its wings a bit.
For a moment, she kind of just watches the owls, and her shaking starts to subside a little bit, and she slowly begins to break into a very small smile, and she just reaches up and wipes her face, and then looks at Tyvar and just gives a soft, "Thank you."
They're just smiling quietly, happy to make someone else happy.
No, we love Tyvar in this house.
Give me a perception check, everybody.
Uh-oh.
And whoever
I
try and move this whole moment.
DC 10?
Thank
It's a
you,
funny
Sam.
perception check, don't worry.
Okay, it's a funny perception
Okay.
check. Okay.
11.
Everybody above a
10.
10. You realize I actually have to roll for another person.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll pass.
There it is.
You, everybody who rolls 10 or above, you realize one of those owls, he seems like a different color than the other ones, and he's like shimmering more. And then you see Elric do like a double take towards one of them, and he goes, "Wait, why is that owl wearing a suit of armor?"
What?
And
What?
you see this tiny little owl. He's
Impossible.
got like an acorn-shaped suit of armor on that looks kind of like his wings, but when you look at him, yeah, he's got a plate of armor. Like he's in a suit of owl armor.
Shanti's gonna, like, shuffle a little bit and look at this owl and just, like, offer her hand to the owl for the owl to, like, hop up on.
And he does that.
Yes!
And then Elric goes, "Wait, I actually think I know that owl. He's a paladin." And the owl turns and looks up towards Elric and goes, "Yeah."
The fuck?
He just speaks.
Just sup.
Is that owl one of my summoned familiars? Like, do I have the telepathic connection to him?
Yeah, you summoned familiar and he appeared. It's a bit like how Hocus Crocus can appear when he's summoned.
If you summon a frog, Hocus Crocus might appear.
Little known fact: this owl was actually in session 0, but the squad never actually encountered him. So here he is.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Oh, because you turned left instead of right at the start of the dungeon.
Yeah.
I told you you're gonna turn.
I wasn't even
Then-
born.
Elric asks the owl,
What brings you here?
and he responds and goes, "I wanted to tell you. I've done my due diligence, and I managed to obtain my claws again when I slayed a spider monkey who wielded a butter knife."
Fucking what?
Good job.
Sandal.
Thank you,
Yes.
King.
He slayed a spider monkey. Why was he fighting a spider monkey? I'd lose his claws.
What's a spider monkey?
Oh, it's a.
And then as he says that, he's cut off by the owl. He says, "It's a terrifying creature. They like to steal shiny objects."
All right. Well, good job.
And you
Sounds
see
like
Elric like mouth the words "tiny monkey," and he like holds his fingers up and he's like, "That big."
Between the owl paladin with the not quite British accent, but it's almost there, and Elric doing the tiny monkey, Shanti just bursts out laughing because the whole situation is so horrible and yet so silly that it's just like breaking her mind. She's just like, you know what, fuck it, it's funny as shit, I'm gonna laugh at it.
Yay. Mom's happy.
Mom? It's an AIDS mom. I'm not mom.
Yeah.
I'm Wynant.
Aren't you the one that adopted us?
Fair point.
Exactly.
Fair point.
Ah, what a happy scene.
Damn, if she's mom and my grandpa.
Well, can I call you Pop Pop?
my.
Shanti is going
can.
to. Sorry?
Shanti probably can. The rest of the party,
Yeah, fair. The rest of the party, you call him daddy, and he's just gonna go pop. Anyway, Shanti is going to gently set the owl paladin back on the ground, look over at the bloody and beaten fucker, then looks to Elric and goes, "Are you going to judge me if I don't heal him?"
He looks over at him.
I can still see the glow of the god seed inside of him, so he'll live.
Good, then he can stay like that.
Alright. Not to mention, I feel like this might be important. I can sense some sort of god a bit further beneath us, and I feel like this isn't a coincidence. Might as well drag him along with us.
And Elric walks over to the dwarf and like
Wait.
pick.
Hmm? Hold on.
Yeah.
Please tell me I have a little bit of rope. D&D Beyond, please.
You probably do if you have an explorer's pack, which like everybody has.
She has a components pack.
Oh, yeah.
She's a fucking wizard.
True.
I have a nail.
Does anyone? Okay, Shanti is going to stand up, gently pet one of the owls on the head, and then turns to Brock and looks at him and just goes, "You have a slightly long piece of rope."
Yes, that should be somewhere in here. And he pulls out like a bag of holding and just like starts screaming. I was like, no.
As you do that, your golem Henry leans over and like taps on your shoulder, like points at his neck, and he like leans his head back like a Pez dispenser, and a bit of rope appears.
Oh my god. I love Henry so much.
Oh my god.
That makes it a whole lot easier. He pulls his fucking hand out. I was like, I gotta clean this shit up at some point. And pulls the rope out of Henry's neck. That just sounds so fucking wrong.
It's like a fruit roll-up rolling out.
Oh my god!
Yeah. It's just unspools. You can hear something spitting in him.
What the fuck?
I love this.
Anyway, he pulls the rope out. Like, oh, so how much do you need?
She looks at the dwarf, looks at Henry, holds her hands out a little bit, and then just goes, I'd say 185 centimeters.
All right. And Brock will pull out roughly 185 centimeters.
For those who do not use centimeters, that is about 6 feet. About.
Yep.
I was about to
Little
say
less.
I need them freedom numbers.
You
Yes.
do that.
It's just about 6 feet.
And Henry kind of readjusts his head into position and like latches down the rope. And he like points at his neck for like a snipping tool that's like kind of near there with his jaw.
I fucking love Henry.
I forgot I put that there. And he'll just snip off the rope with that. I'll just... God, I need to make a list of all the shit I put in here.
I just thought of. So it cut a circular rope and it's on his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
What device was that originally used for? Or what purpose was that device originally for? Snipping
Circumcisions.
circular tubes. Yes, it's in his mouth.
Put the pee-pee in his mouth and then snap.
Oh my god, he
Anywho.
bites things off. Anyway, okay, yeah.
Shanti takes the rope and she ties one end around the ankle of the dwarf, and then she walks up to Henry and just goes, hold this. Brock, is he gonna hold it?
Oh, you walking up to me?
No, to Henry.
Oh yeah, he will.
And then she turns and just goes, and now we can drag him along. Quite literally.
Nice.
She
And
then
then-
is...
Just
Shanti's gonna then turn
stand
to
there.
Loon and then just go, I'm assuming you know a way out of here?
Yeah, we kind of have to go down. First.
Right. Your sister.
Hmm.
Well then, no time like the
Yeah,
present.
well then. That's also the only way out.
Do you want me to drag him for you?
Henry's got him. And she just, like, gives an oddly creepy smile.
Alright.
No, she wants him to literally be dragged behind them.
Nice.
This is why you don't piss her off.
And do you want to do the dragging yourself?
Henry's gonna do it.
Yeah,
Oh,
she gave it to
okay.
Henry.
I gave the rope to
Okay.
Henry. Henry drags him.
Gotcha.
Grab his dick and twist it!
Oh god.
Thanks, Cat! That just broke. Grab his dick and twist it. No pee-pee
grab his
privileges
dick.
for you. Oh, fuck.
And
okay.
so, you now are dragging this dwarf behind you. The glow of the god seed is still coming from him. And he is just feeling every bump on the ground, I presume. And
Good.
you make your way deeper into the cavern across the jagged ground. It's probably a good time to take a break if anybody wants to.
Yes,
quickly
please,
take
I
a
need to
break.
pee-pee.
Gotcha.
Okay. Chet, we're gonna
I
take
need to go
a
to the
very quick
bathroom.
break. Yep, we're
Yeah,
gonna
that
take a
could be
very
nice.
quick bathroom break, and we will be right back to continue Rise of Vestia. Hachoo!
Oh, you see.
Oh my god. Hello, chat. We are back. The Rise of Vestia. I'm gonna hand it directly over to Makeshift, and we're gonna just start walking.
Yeah.
Word. So, Azim, you told me you wanted to do something while you were walking?
Yeah, so as we're walking down, I go up to the dragged dude. I'm having just bumping around. And I just pick him up because I didn't see it's like, okay, this has been enough. This is just cruelty at this point. So I just pick him up and carry him over my shoulders.
As you see that happening, you see him around on the ground, and you're just like, alright. Yeah. And you do that.
Shanti turns, looks over her shoulder, looks at things, glares at Azim, and then turns back around.
You now have a heavy breathing, bloody dwarf on your shoulder.
Yes. I see nothing wrong with this.
Well, I see many things, but that's just me.
I'm sorry, woman that defied 50 parts of the Geneva Convention.
Geneva suggestions.
Okay. Oh, great celestial being that tortured a man.
Yes, how can I help you?
Fair enough.
Anyway,
yeah.
May I request that into this walking we take a short rest?
Also, before dropping my block of familiars completely, I'll just sort of find the armored owl, the paladin owl, and just sort of offer him my arm, I guess, to have an eye-to-eye talk. I don't know how eye-to-eye talks work with owls.
Yeah, you do that, and the familiars all land in your arms, one of them being the paladin owl.
The palad owl.
Yeah.
Hello. You're Fae, right?
Oh, indeed.
So, I'm going to be sending you back soon. I'm sorry, I just needed you to, cheer Shanti up a bit. It's a bit bad, I know, I'm sorry, but
no need to apologize. I'm upholding my oath. Just give me a good toss. Oh.
I love this so much.
But, when you get back to the feywild, if you see Theo or Mira, just maybe tell them their child is okay. Do you know who they are?
I'll be on the lookout for them.
Thank you.
He sticks out his wing in what looks to be a kind of like salute for him. I don't think he can bend his wing like that, so he's just sticking out to the side.
It like extends out upwards.
And then I'll sort of awkwardly send them off, I guess.
He goes, "Oh, just give me a good throw."
I'll just throw my arms up to like throw them in the air that way. I don't want to actually yeet them.
No, like a ball.
Yeet the
Are
owl.
you sure?
You see Elric like watching this whole thing, and he's clearly like smiling at this point because he knows how the spell works. He just goes like, "Yeah, don't worry, they like doing this. Here, let me demonstrate." And he, with his hand, like not like this, like an ice cream cone, he like turns it backwards, picks up the owl, and he just.
Oh my god!
And it
Elric
seems like
yote a fucking owl.
And it seems like as the force of the throw sent him through dimensions, like it seems like that's his thing. He needs to be thrown.
Have to reach 88 miles an hour.
And he's sent back to the Feywild.
Other ones into the Fey realm as well.
I missed that owl.
Do we just have to throw Tyvar?
Just, with
Please
enough
do not
eating
throw
force.
me. I don't think it works like that.
On the contrary, that owl just got sent back to where he was when he first got summoned. If I were to try and throw Tyvar into the feywild right now, they would be embedded in solid stone, miles deep underneath the earth. Or however deep under the earth we are right now.
Please don't do that. That sounds very painful.
It is, it's happened to me. It's very painful.
It's what?
Why did that happen to you?
Oh, yeah, I've never actually shown any of you this spell. 1 second.
Do not put yourself in the stone.
Alright, for another time then. And so, as you all continue to walk, eventually you can hear in the distance what seems to be like some chatter coming up, and you can see a lot more light coming from, like, because that area we're heading towards is kind of well lit. It's almost like there's a lot more glowing fungus and various plants along the ceiling and the area around you. It's like, it's surprisingly almost like daytime down here. It's like very well lit. As you keep kind of going through some more tight spaces and corridors of stone, it opens up into a pretty large area that, Loon, you immediately recognize as the underground city, or the underground town, that you've been guarding over pretty well, but keeps itself pretty well hidden. And as you all like look out over this, it's not much of like a sprawling landscape. We are still underground.
Yeah, so you all are not supposed to be here, but welcome to here, I guess.
Where
You see
exactly
this-
is here?
You see this sort of township sprawling out where it looks like there's a lot of almost tent-like structures rather than stone houses sprawling out this way and that. A lot of it intermingled with that glowing fungi and glowing moss. And it seems like there's a lot of humanoid figures walking around. They look kind of... They look hunched. They look dangerous. Like, as you're glancing at all of them, they look animalistic almost.
When viewed with detect magic, are they do they glow?
I guess you would call them the outcast of society.
Detect magic, they give off a bit of a glow. A little bit magical. Just a little bit.
Just like a little sparkle.
Yeah. And they start to...
That fucking reminds me of Twilight, and I hate it.
Edward?
I know what you are. Say it. Underground sparkly diamond man.
Yes.
They all start to... there's a few people kind of closer to where you are that seem to notice your arrival. At first they pause until it seems like they are able to like see Loon in the light. No, it's Loon. In the light. And they kind of ease up, and one of them calls over and goes, "Oh, Loon, is that you there?"
Hey, what's up?
And he struts over, and as he gets closer, you can kind of see this person looks... It looks like a... sort of like a human, but he's like half transformed with like some draconic features. He's got like a lot of scales across him. He's got like a hunch. His legs are kind of off looking. He's symmetrical though, which is a little odd, but he's very clearly transformed from something else. He goes, just the usual. Good amount of sightseeing. Went on vacation to the other side of the continent. Just been down here, Loon. Who are these ones?
That's hard. Story 2 of them are my cousins.
Oh.
The guy I'm being
thousands.
carried as the guy who fucked up my life. And yeah,
Oh. Sounds like if you could use a drink. This way, everyone. And he turns around and starts walking towards some of the other places. Some of these other, like, living spaces. One in particular that seems to be a bit larger. And Elric kind of, like, whispers to the whole group. I'm pretty sure they're infected with some kind of curse. I think it's Dearsus's curse. He's, the god the town above us under the mountain is named after.
Is that the curse that Loon was talking about earlier? To not touch the gold?
Yeah, from what I understand. But I'm not completely clear on the details of it. I mostly know about Laverton's curse since, lived with that for a while, but from what I understood, it was just a curse afflicted to people who took too much gold from the mountain. I heard something about it transforming them, but I guess it makes sense that they start turning into dragons. Partially like dragons. It would make more sense if they turned completely into dragons.
the curse is kind of complicated.
Yeah, I understand that all too well.
So, I'm guessing don't touch the shinies.
So there was only one dragon for the longest time until Dear Sis met the dragon and they struck a deal. So essentially, the god protected her gold. And in exchange, she protected the mountain.
Yeah, that does sound like a curse origin, not unlike Laverton's. Well, I suppose lesson learned, don't take too much gold from this place. Anyway, I'm kind of wanting a drink. I'm curious what they have down here. And Elric continues following the draconic-looking individual from before.
And Shanti is following Elric.
Yeah.
Following people.
Yeah, I guess we all follow, I guess.
No, I'm
All
finding
going-
a corner to jack off.
Fuck yeah, check
Damn
out
it,
court.
not again.
Time to flip it out, boys.
Time to crank one out on company time.
Boss makes $1, I make a dime, and that's why I masturbate on company time.
So you're all going to have drinks with the scraggly draconic man who lives a mile under the earth. And
Oh, you mean my grandfather?
yep. God. And so
Sorry, Pappy.
he enters into this this slightly larger looking area. It looks like more of a communal space that has like a lot of looks like it's one of the only things carved out of the stone in this area. And there's lots of like stools that are also carved straight into the stone of the ground. And it's mostly empty right now. It seems like people are busy doing other things, but the individual who led you there himself just kind of like vaults over the counter casually and like steps behind the bar. Goes, "All right now, what can we get for you?"
They have a menu.
Not a very long menu. Let's see here. We have, well, for raw ingredients, we have things like potatoes, various fungi, if you're into that. A few vegetables, but not too much. Don't get your hopes up if you're from the surface. And very strong alcohol, the sort of stuff that doesn't go bad.
That. The alcohol. That'll do.
Alright, 1 alcohol.
And he grabs some cup from behind the counter, and he he's like,
Would you like that to be just a shot or a drink?
She thinks for a moment. Drink.
Alright, Ben.
he was holding one bottle, and it looked like, is this kind of like clay pot looking thing? He just pours like a bit of it into a cup, and then he takes like some other jar and he like pours some water into it to dilute it. And then he just like grabs like a little sprig of some plant and like sticks it on the top and stirs around a little bit with his hand. Not with his hand in it. He just like grabs it.
Yeah, let me just jam my stinky finger right in your drink. It's finger juice. It's
let me make
quite warm enough.
When it's part of the drink, it makes it salty.
Yeah. And he hands that over to you. It's something.
Shanti like raises the glass in thanks and then sniffs it, and it's just like, okay. And starts to drink it.
You give it a sip. You expected it to taste like feet, but it tasted more just like... It somehow didn't have flavor. It was just like pure alcohol flavor without any sort of subtlety to it.
Am I drinking Everclear?
Basically.
Okay. She kind of shrugs and just like sits on one of the stools and just continues to drink it. Just like, fuck it, I've been through enough.
You do that. Would anything else like a drink?
I have this little crab. Sorry, you.
Round of drinks?
Seems like it.
Alright, round of drinks.
He takes out a bunch more cups, does the exact same thing.
Asim leads over and just asks if he can have like the bottle of like the pure alcohol.
You want a shot, I see.
Not
And
exactly.
He takes out another cup, does not have any shot glasses, and he just pours some of the pure alcohol into it and hands it to you.
I'll give that a try.
Asim just like takes the cup and just like with the dwarf still over his shoulders, just walk outside with it.
Oh boy.
You do that, still carrying the dwarf.
Yes.
Shanti glares at him as he goes, but says nothing.
Asim though.
Give me, get in right now, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
DC 15.
Listen, Briar, if you want this man to live with the horrors and dreams, he has to live for it.
Hey, all I said is she wouldn't kill him. I didn't say anything about infection.
As you walk out with the dwarf over one shoulder and the cup of alcohol in your hand, you kind of casually like looking around, take a sip, and just...
Oh, it's fun.
That was some harsh alcohol. Like, you've had hard alcohol, and it didn't smell quite like it, but it was hard alcohol.
I wasn't gonna drink it.
Oh, you didn't drink it?
No, I wasn't drinking. I was gonna use it to like clean his wounds from infections.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, if you're not gonna drink it, then you don't do that.
Yeah.
Stop.
You
Reverse
take
that. Moving forward.
Take a quick whiff of that, smell how sharp it is, and you're like, oh.
This will do.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Do you like plop him down on the ground or something?
Yeah, I kind of like plop him down and start like gently pouring the alcohol over his wounds to like disinfect it.
You do that, and he doesn't seem to react. It seems like he's unconscious.
Okay. Well,
And
probably yeah.
You nicely disinfect his wounds. He now won't get mile deep under the ground
Tinnitus.
infections. Yeah.
Tinnitus is in the ear, you dingus.
Oh shit.
Tinnitus.
He won't get
Tetanus.
AIDS. Okay.
Are you talking about tetanus?
Tetanus.
Tetanus?
Not tinnitus.
Is it tetanus
Yeah.
or tetanus?
Tetanus.
Okay,
Tinnitus
tetanus
is a
is
different-
what you get when you like cut your hand on something rusty. That's tetanus.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
a very likely infection he would get.
Yeah. Makeshift. Does he have any like very, very serious wounds? Like besides like major cuts, is there something that's like super deep?
There's nothing that's
Alright.
super deep. He just has like a lot. He has like a black eye. His face is really beaten up and swollen.
He got whipped.
Okay. Yeah. Like I know I got whipped. I'm just wondering, it's like if there's anything that like it's concerning or everything is just like
Did Briar
superficial
break a rib?
cuts.
Is there anything that's what?
Anything that's like deep, like besides like superficial cuts.
Yeah, nothing's deep. Just a lot of superficial cuts.
Okay. I just leave him. Just disinfect the room, just leave him
Tie
like
him
that.
to the fucking wall.
Oh yes, and I tie him to like a post or whatnot.
Stalagmite. Tied to a stalagmite.
I tie him to a stalagmite with
Fuck
the rope
yeah.
that was around his ankle.
Yeah, you do that. You tie it around a stalagmite nearby, and he's still like laying on the ground. There's a few other people who are like draconic looking with similar mutations to the bartender,
Mhm.
but they're all a little varied. It's kind of hard to tell in like the somewhat dim light, but you can make out that there's a few people here and there who are like wandering around doing chores of some kind or farming. Who
Mhm.
like they come in like very different sizes, and they're also they have different mutations, but generally they kind of look the same. If you held them next to each other, they'd look like they belonged in a group.
Mm. Interesting.
Meanwhile, everybody is in the bar. You have your kind of gross diluted alcohol water.
Piss water, you mean?
Yeah.
Piss massa.
Brock will take a sip of it, look at it, look over at the guy, and drink the rest of it and just say, just give me the alcohol.
All right, then. One more.
And he just slides the bottle over to you.
Since you're a dwarf, you could probably handle it a bit better.
Thank you,
Can I-
sir.
Have some?
Brock will pour himself a decent shot and like pour Zendel a little bit in.
I mage hand towards me.
Oh, you want the bottle?
You do that. You see a mage hand kind of like, and then like hold the bottle.
So, Zendel's been just confused the whole time, so might as well just... What if I down the bottle?
You're gonna fall on your ass. That's what's gonna happen.
Well, let's save it for the Constitution check, you know?
Okay. Have fun.
All right.
If you down the bottle, we'll have to fucking get that back out of you. 'Cause you're gonna fucking die.
Down the bottle.
Oh no.
Do I
You
make a
down-
check for that?
You put the bottle against your lips. You pull it up into the air and start drinking. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
The mushrooms were with me. Except they're not with me.
Oh
Halfway.
no.
Immediately, the sharp strength of the alcohol makes you cough and put the bottle back down.
Fucking shit.
That's strong.
Oh, yeah. The alcohol down here has to be pretty strong stuff to get us going. Oh, and,
Dwarves are really something.
well, most of us are just former dwarves. Not necessarily anymore. got some of that dragon nonsense in us. But most of us don't really care anymore. We've been down here so long. Oh, speaking of dragons, Loon, since we have you here, I want to tell you something.
What's up?
You see, there's been more lava and magma building up here and there. I think something might be going wrong with your sister. You might want to check in on her soon.
Yeah, I was planning on going to see her. I don't know what could be going on, though last time I checked on Celeste, she was fine.
Ah. Well, there was a good amount of seismic activity a couple of weeks ago. It's been kind of building up since then, so I think something might have happened on the surface or deeper underground. You all from the surface, right? Do you remember anything that could have shaken the earth nearby the mountain around that time?
You see Elric kind of like sipping a drink and thinking.
Was it around the time that Vestia returned?
Oh, the Resurgent Festival. Hard to tell the time here, but based on what Loons told us, should have been pretty close to that, yes. Only a few days after. Maybe only just 2, now I think about it.
Some things went wrong during that festival. Some of the resurgent energy got out. More than that, I don't know or cannot really tell you.
And you hear Elric speak up. Or that one time we all fought the goddess of war, and she tried to shatter reality right through my chest cavity. And that probably did something when I, lifted a big chunk of the earth out of the ground.
And yet you want to make a new one of those.
I was unconscious during that one.
Do not remind me.
My goodness, you people are exciting.
I
Well,
wouldn't call it that.
I think lifting up a big chunk of the ground was probably what we all heard. That was probably bad. Well, whoever caused it, I'd say you should probably check on it soon, Moon.
Yep, thank you. We are about to go check on her.
Safe travels. And he takes a swig right from that bottle.
You did what now?
He took a swig from... Oh. Are
No,
you saying that to
sorry,
me?
that was just Tyvar going like, you fought a god and lifted a chunk of earth and then something went wrong and what the fuck?
Oh, yeah. Here's the short version of that. I had to go help out Sinead, old family friend of mine, kind of family, with her
Mother!
Okay, yeah. Technically, my mother. I had to go help her retrieve something, a lot of emotions later. We ended up running for our lives from the goddess of war. There's also this giant water elemental that was chasing us, so I had to block that thing off. It took a lot of my spell slots and energy. So I was able to block off the water elemental, but then the goddess of war nearly killed me, as I kind of thought they probably would. But I survived, luckily. Because of everyone here, actually. Oh, and I ate her arm. It was really cool.
Okay, Jujutsu Kaisen.
They just stare at them all and then grab the drink. And, take a big swig.
Can't wait to get you back to the Feywild. This has probably been too wild of a ride for you. Feywild.
I'd fucking say so.
And Elric finishes his drink and walks out of the little tavern area.
Why the fuck he walking out? Get back here. No, I'm kidding.
Little in-universe recap for any new viewers at this point in time. Why are you watching session 20 if you haven't watched literally all of them? You're gonna be so lost. So, I assume you all leaving the tavern. Is there anything else you want to talk with dragon dude with?
Where's Azim at the moment?
Nah, I'm outside with the dwarf.
Okay.
Yeah. He's
Ish.
watching him.
Shanti is going to finish her drink.
Can I attempt?
They
to
don't
finish mine?
have any use for like money down here, do they? Or should I leave them some money?
No, this is a trade economy.
Cool. She
Wait, we're paying for this drink?
You know what? She leaves what's in my pack right now?
An IOU note.
No, not an IOU note. She's gonna actually leave them something that they can use. Hold on one second. Yeah, Zendel, you do your thing while I look for this.
What is my thing? Out of money? Do we even have?
No,
cash on
you
me?
said you wanted to do something. You've been talking.
Oh no, more of like. What? Attempt to finish it?
The
But-
bottle?
Bottle.
Are you
One more
trying to
try.
kill yourself?
No, no. Handicaps it.
You
Me, I
do you
might
want
as well finish.
okay? Try to take another swig of that stank water.
Give me the boost. That is not a boost. That's a boost.
You once again cough up a good amount of it. You manage to swallow a bit, but it's like
Rock at that point will kind of just chuckle to himself.
I pretty much just choked on that thing.
it's some strong alcohol.
It's too strong.
It's fucking Everclear.
Bendel's just plastered, just so out of it.
Rock will just be like, give that to me before you
Half
hurt
my brain cells
yourself.
tell me third time's a charm.
Oh
But
no.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Let's see it.
I believe in you.
I'm up for it. All right.
I believe in you.
Right. I'm one with the mushroom. The shrooms are me, and it's the same. It's the.
God fucking damn it.
I'll say since you're a bit more used to the flavor, you managed to take a swig of it and keep down the amount you swig down. But it's like you can feel it in your nose.
Feel it in my throat. I'm okay. Yeah. Okay. Third time was the charm.
Rock will just
Bottle back.
try to take away the bottle from him. Just be like, you're going
I
to kill
mage
yourself.
an attack to Brock, but I mage it like in a zigzag formation because I'm woozy.
Ooh. You mage hand back to him in a zigzag.
Mage hand looks like it's crippled.
And Brock will just take a swig of it himself. Already having drank the little cup that he got.
Man, you can really drink like it's nothing, don't you?
Constitution save. Constitution
They
save.
should save.
I would also do it with advantage.
Constitution save.
That's not buff rating.
Jesus.
You swig back some of it, and you're starting to like the taste. It's got a local charm to it.
You
Local chef.
Fuck yeah.
bitch. I gently rest on the table.
With each cough, you can see that the glow fungus kind of like surges across Zendel's shoulder and like part of his back now as it's growing across him. Seems like it's fusing well with him, and it's starting to integrate into his body's ecosystem.
It is a symbiosis.
Symbiosis.
Ever so happening so slowly, but it is a symbiosis.
Alright, he put.
Moss on his back.
I completely forgot about that.
The fungus
We
among
are
us.
The RGB moss.
Yeah.
He really is
My
the
God.
fungus among us. God damn, actually.
We're displaying on full constitution as my shrooms are now red. Like it's a health bar. God.
It's like the health bar from Dead Space.
I really tried taking that in, but I really couldn't. That was a 13, an 8, another 13. God damn it.
Yeah.
Fucking dwarves.
And so, you all begin following Loon towards wherever she's going next. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we begin to follow. I use my spear like a cane.
First, I'm going to leave a flask of like lamp oil, and I'm going to put that on the bar as like payment, because I don't want to make them. I don't want to like give them. I want them to have something in return. So she leaves a flask of oil on the bar, and she turns as she walks out, and she finds Azim and walks up to him.
You do that.
Azim,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry about the spell earlier.
It's all right.
She just bows her head and then walks off to follow Elric.
I thought you were gonna ask me. Okay.
Nope. She still
Nope,
doesn't like the fact that you picked him up. But
Okay.
she needed to apologize.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate that.
He did a flip. It's all good.
Yeah, I did a flip. It's all good. I did flip. Yeah, so yeah, Azim just picks up the dwarf and starts following everyone. So having his like hands tied this time instead of his ankles.
You do that. And now, I assume you all continue to follow them.
Yep.
Yep, I'm following Loon.
Yep. Word. They lead the way. Do I have time to do this chunk? Yeah, I have time to do this chunk. And
Yes, you
as you're kind of like walking towards the exit of the city, you pass by this other individual who's like similar affliction to the bartender, and he seems to have some sort of like mining equipment with him, like a really old pickaxe. And he waves you all down and goes, "Oh, Loon, good to see ya. Mind if I ask you something real quick?"
Yeah, what's up?
I see. I know you're probably busy. Usually down here visiting your sister, right? See,
Yeah.
we've had this bit of a problem going on. And it's like a few people have gone missing, and well, not too many, but just 2. It's still pretty bad. And most people can't seem to remember traveling through this one section of the caves nearby, and we reasonably there's some pretty good valuables in there. If you have the time, could you swing by to see if you can figure out what's going on with that? Most people are too afraid to go exploring, and we don't really have the manpower most of the time.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
Thank you. Just he like says the directions how to get there, and like try to swing that way.
What the fuck are you doing with your hands? You know I can see you, right?
Yes, this thing. It's directions.
That is not directions. That is hand sexy time.
What?
It could be both.
Oh.
Oh my
Have you-
god. Ethan.
Have none of you've all seen this trick before, right? Where you, like,
Yes,
put your-
I
Yeah,
can
that
do
like
it.
the
I
middle
can do it
finger
right
twist.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a
that's called
challenge in my school on who could do it or
Okay,
not.
guys, like detour.
And there was people who couldn't.
We are taking a slight detour to check this out.
Okay.
Word.
Did we get a short rest out of that?
Yes.
Hopefully.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We got a short rest, and I got a bottle of fucking alcohol out of it. which
That's
I'm going
combo.
to add to my inventory.
You can label it mystery booze.
Mystery booze. It's fucking Everclear.
Just call it
I'm gonna-
rust
I'm gonna
clear
call it
because
Deep
that's what it
Mountain
is.
Call it Deep Mountain Goose, 1 flask.
And
It is
so, as you all keep going, intake like a quick detour into this side area that you were told about. You're all walking. And then Tyvar, something occurs to you. You do remember one specific instance when you were living in the Feywild of some sort of incident where people were going missing, but also the other people didn't really remember being in the area. So you're starting to have some sort of recollection of this kind of incident occurring. It's seeming a little bit familiar.
Okay.
Do you wanna do anything with that knowledge?
I'm gonna look around in my brain if I can remember anything else about it, and maybe inch closer to one of the adult figures, meaning Brock or maybe Loon or Shanti or Elric.
Mm-hmm.
Do I remember
There's a
anything
mustache.
else, or just that?
Give me a perception check, and I will DM you stuff that you remember, because I have to not say it out loud.
Let's see. Persuasion, performance, perception, that one. Okay. And ooh, nice. Actually decent.
Did you roll it?
Yeah, I got a 17. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
So something occurs to you. Is that... Can I say this part out loud? Oh, no, I have to type this.
Okay.
Message. Hope my microphone did not pick up on me moving it. You also realize this. When you look at a nearby rock face that you're kind of like passing by through the tunnels and looking this way and that, you look at a rock face that's kind of unique, and you realize this about it.
Hell.
You realize that.
Welcome back.
Hey.
And so that's... You realize those two things. And you also realize you feel like you've been walking kind of long based on those directions you were given.
Okay.
So what do you do?
I will go to Brock and sort of tug on his sleeve or armor or whatever. and just, we might have a problem.
If you're uncertain of what you can say, you can like message it to me, and I'll tell you if it's something you can say currently.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say you know this information because of this thing that I'm messaging you. Actually, I can actually just say this out loud. You recall these two things because you remember back in the Feywild, you were told a story about this, and it was like kind of meant to be a cautionary tale sort of thing, but you do remember the way in which the story was told was kind of vague, and it's a story that people didn't really tell very differently each time. Like they always kept it kind of vague and didn't really talk about the story. So what do you do? How do you tell everybody this?
Just, yeah, Brooke, I remember some things, and there is this story I really want to tell you. Yes. Little. Very nervous, just sort of fiddling with the chain that they have. It's a sort of myth that we had in the Feywild. It's
You see Elric stop walking and he like turns to look at you. He goes, a myth from the Feywild. Is this really a time for stories?
I really do think so, and I literally cannot lie. So, if you would be willing to listen, I think that would be good.
You see Elric scratch his face for a moment.
Oh, I think I might know a story like this.
You do?
It's the one about, the fairy tale one, right? The kind of vague one.
Yes. Yes, that one. I think another tale said that there was a group of adventurers, and they were they had lost track of reality and were now walking in circles.
Oh. I think I remember a satyr one time telling me another story. They said something about... what was it? They were playing a game of hopscotch, and when one of them was counting out loud as they were jumping from one to the next, 1, 2, 3, they weren't able to say 4. And when they did, they were back at 1.
Yes. Exactly.
That's a bit troubling. If I remember correctly, That story went something like... why'd they always tell the story like that? I even knew. Something about crossing your eyes or closing them when you count to 4. I never really understood why they told that story. Come again?
Closing your eyes so you just cannot see?
It's not that bad.
I don't think they understand what we're talking about. Could you tell them that one story about the group of adventurers who wandered through a cave and found themselves going in circles because of the happy little kitten that lives on the ceiling?
How much of that alcohol did you drink?
I promise you, not enough to make that inaccurate story you'd hear in the Feywild.
Shanti just blinks at him like, what the fuck?
Also, can you give me a perception check, Kitty?
Yeah. That one again. That would be a 10.
Based on your memories, you realize this piece of information.
Okay.
You realize those things. And then you hear Elric say, since you were able to notice, could you tell them a quick story about, that one time you met a deer when you were walking through the forest? Hint, hint. Like, how many antler tips did the deer have? Measured in distance apart from one another.
Oh. And I'm sorry, I cannot lie, but I would imagine that the tale that you would want, or in the tale that you would want me to tell, the distance would be 20 feet.
Did you hear that, everybody? A deer, where the tips of its antlers are 20 feet apart. And what direction did that deer appear from? If you had to point towards it in the story?
And they will point to the right. Just around the corner with the
You see Tyvar point towards a turn in the cave that's about 20 feet away. It's so hard to act out this thing's ability.
Shanti is looking between the both of them like they've grown 3 heads each. And then she's just like, what the fuck? And she just stalks forward and turns around the corner to see what the fuck they're talking about.
You do that, and suddenly you find yourself standing back with the group. And you don't quite recall what you saw over there. You feel a little more hurried, though. Like, you feel a little bit out of breath.
Oh my fucking god.
You kind of forget what you were doing.
Do you think the egg of the bird in that tail should be retrieved?
It would make a really good omelet. Like, really good.
Why are you two speaking in riddles?
The egg that sits right underneath the bird that likes living on the ceiling.
It's because they can't speak about it. Like they physically can't.
She turns and looks at Loon and just is like, I'm this close to shooting a fireball at the ceiling. Would that kill us?
Stones.
We'll just turn to the rest of them. I am going to walk ahead. I don't think you... I don't know how to explain how to go on, but I am going to try. Yes. Just stay here. Maybe stay safe. They will slowly back off in the direction of the corner.
Are you going towards the direction of the thing?
Yes, back first, and then closing their eyes.
You do that, and as you go around the corner with your eyes closed, you can hear something on, like, above you. And you can also hear kind of a humming from, like... Actually, no, you can't hear a humming from the ground, but as you're walking backwards little bit by little bit, you can kind of hear something above you. It's like, you're getting closer to it, you're getting closer to it, you're getting closer to it. It feels like it's, like, directly above you on the ceiling. And your foot bumps against something on the ground. And, like, through your eyelids, you can feel, like, a bit of a glow coming from that direction.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna crouch down, reach behind me to touch that thing.
You do that. There's a kind of chill lump of something that feels like a crystal on the ground.
I'm gonna grab it and... No, wait. I'm gonna actually take the hammer out of the small pocket dimension that I have, and then replace it with take the stone and put it into my pocket dimension.
You do that, and you pocket that big rock and put it into the pocket dimension.
And will then stalk back, still not opening my eyes.
You do that. You walk back without opening your eyes. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
17. Oh wait, no. Was that somebody else's? Oh no, it's yours. Yeah. So as you walk around the corner, you don't bump into the walls. And you all see Tyvar walk back around the corner, slowly, with their eyes shut.
Holding the hammer in one hand. I have the egg. No, wait, fuck,
Egg.
I can't say that. I
It's not
have
big, so you can
it.
say that. Yeah.
I have it. Here. And they will point to the tattoo they have on their lower arm.
You point to the tattoo on your arm? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, that egg is gonna make an incredible omelet. The kind that Brock usually likes.
Yes? Do I do something with it? Does
Break
Brock get
it!
the egg?
No, I'm kidding. Don't do that.
We play hopscotch 5 deers away from this location. And Elric sticks up his thumb in a thumbs up position.
They will awkwardly thumbs up back.
Shanti is going to turn to Brock and go, give me some of that alcohol.
Brock just looks at it with complete disbelief as to what the fuck is going on, and hand her, be careful, let's not like the meat.
She is very entertained
well
watching them try to solve this problem.
Shanti looks at Brock and goes, oh, I know. And still does what she did with the meat and just takes a fat swig of it, even though it is disgusting.
You.
And then she hands it back to Brock.
And as you all make your way 100 feet away from where you were previously standing, Elric goes, alright, we're outside of the spell's effect range, you can talk about it.
The fuck was that?
Oh,
There was a creature, and it was bad, and it takes memories when you talk about it, so we could not talk about it, and so we had to, talk about fables.
Fairy tales and feywild.
Yes.
I hate it here. There is a reason I do not come back to this goddamn city.
Is the rock important?
Oh,
To the
it's
creature?
just
I was just waiting for you all to solve it. I could have just killed it.
Shanti turns on Loon and just looks at her like, I am going to fucking stab you.
It makes me think of that, I'm picturing them doing the pose. Do you know in Deltarune, when they first enter the, D&D world? The, lizard girl, whatever her name is, looks at Chris and goes, Chris, where the fuck are we? That pose, you know that one?
Makeshift, I'm about to break your heart, but I've never played Deltarune.
It was a meme for a while. Hang on,
don't
I'll
know
grab it real quick.
Please do, I'm confused as fuck.
She doesn't know what memes are.
My meme language is fast, but not that fast.
Correct.
My meme language is vast. But this ass is ass.
My stomach is also
This
vast.
ass is vast.
I hunger.
This ass is vast and I'm gonna mow it.
Here's that image of them in the back rooms.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what Shanti does. Just turns and look at her like that. You're not helping the whole me wanting to fight you thing. You know that?
Ooh.
That was at you, by the way, Mars.
I mean, what would life be if I just solved everyone's problems?
Fair point. Can we just keep going, please?
Sounds like a good idea. Also, that rock will be great for making new equipment. Really strong stuff. I'm pretty sure those things use that as a way of attracting prey. Small stuff, though, that likes to glow.
Making omelet, making equipment.
Yep. The kind that Brock likes.
Omelet.
I'll take a look at it when we're out of this fucking hellhole.
And so you all carry on. Deeper into the tension.
We all carry on. The fucking weirdo. I hate that. I fucking hate that. I just want you to know.
My brain half collapsed.
Dude, I'm working off of 0 brain cells already. You start talking about deers and hopscotch and antlers, and I'm sitting over here like herdy dirt dirt dirt.
And, as you keep going deeper, you get towards this place where Loon you recognize the vague impression of an entrance to where your sister lives. There does seem to be more lava than usual. It's kind of bubbling here and there. It's pretty darn warm down here. But it's usually not that active with the lava. She's usually the thing that's kind of quelling that. But it's getting agitated down here. And then, as you're
Well, this isn't good. This is different than normal.
Yeah. As you all kind of enter into this other area, it opens up a bit into what looks to be a kind of makeshift chamber. Like somebody might live here. See this in Roll20.
Oh.
They're all right here. There's like piles of gold here and there. There's all sorts of mainly just gold and a lot of rocks.
Some crystals.
And across the room,
rare.
there seem like right around here. There's kind of
Where?
actually wait, right around. It's like right here-ish, right? This is the rock I mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right here, it looks like there's kind of a smoother rock that looks like somebody's meant to just lay here. It almost looks bed-shaped. It's the only rock that seems intentionally placed, aside from the gold. And this bitch just empty. Like all of it.
This bitch empty.
Celeste, where are you?
So this is where Celeste lives?
No, there's no way she could have woken up. No.
What? Where else could she have gone then? Could she just be hiding in here?
She's like pacing around the room.
Pardon me, but what does Celeste look like? You've just given her name. We don't know what she looks like.
She's draconic. And she's
Not in here.
Voice change.
My
She does
immersion.
not look happy right now.
She's draconic like the people back there, right?
no, very different.
Is there a different type of draconic that we don't know about?
She's very tall. You cannot miss her.
Fair point.
How tall is
At
she?
this point, she disappears.
God damn it.
Loon does? Uh-oh.
Oh no, no loon.
And then she appears right behind the dwarf.
Oh, we don't have a thing for the dwarf. Makeshift.
Oh, yeah.
Could
Just a moment.
I don't know. Pull something out of thin air. Azim's carrying him, so.
Yeah.
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 Just find a dwarf. Just find the dwarf.
Look at this icon.
Oh.
Perfect.
You know what? Yes. Yes.
Perfect.
That's him.
I mean, don't you remember when we had the fish? Like,
That's true.
This is-
The fucking
yeah.
Not the fish.
No, remember the fish. No,
That's
what I
perfect.
fought for 3 days.
She then just grabs him by his throat and smashes him up to a rock.
You do that, and he's wide awake now. You just...
God damn it. I can't.
What the hell?
It's not enough that you killed my family, tried to kill me again. But now you have taken my sister.
What am I
Where the hell is she?
I've never even been down here. What do you mean?
You have been trying to ruin my life since I've been born. Where is she?
I don't know. Never seen some tall dragon lady. Loon. I do know a tall dragon lady.
Is this the
Only
same
she slowly turns to Elric.
Is this the same dragon lady you were telling me about?
Possibly?
Hmm.
Loon, were they about, 8 feet tall, carrying a really big axe that looks like it has lava in it?
She had an axe, yes. It was gifted to her by her birth mother.
Could she only speak Draconic?
Uh-oh.
To be fair, I don't know, I only communicated telepathically with her and she has never been awake.
Oh. Well, I might know one person like that with an axe. They could cast really powerful magic. I saw them black out the sky at one point. Probably not the entire sky, but, they were close to the ground.
Did she destroy a large area?
She definitely could have. She aimed it upwards, and she possibly killed the goddess of judgment, but that would have just sent her back to hell, but it was
That is
certainly
her.
capable of that. Alright then. She's safe and sound.
I'm going
I mean-
to guess you all woke her up. Bye. All that ruckus.
Yeah, that was probably me.
Well, are we sure it was you? It could have been something else.
Shanti, I literally lifted up like many thousands of pounds of dirt.
Going to slowly set the dwarf down.
Sad.
You do that. Though I guess it could have been the goddess of war. She was.
I was not expecting her to wake up for a while. I was going to try to get all the things I needed to separate her from her mother. First,
I'm sorry, separate who from what now?
that is a long story.
Fair enough. Well, then, why don't we just leave, and you go find your sister, and then we can all be rid of this terrible mountain.
I mean, we kind of have to solve the problem of this place is going to erupt if we don't fix it.
Yeah, that's also a problem.
Why don't we just get everyone out and let this entire mountain burn?
Shanti, a lot of people would die if that happened. Elric gives you this look of like, come on.
She kind of just rolls her eyes and is just like,
I'm kind of cool with it too, but like, come on.
that's why I said get everyone out.
And then the dwarf speaks up and goes, "You're fucking one to speak." The hell did you just say to me? It's not too hard to guess. I can see your eyes glowing in the dark. I remembered some story from the war between Silnorus and Dearsis. Diriona. Something about some creatures in the woods. Some guy with yellow eyes. Bet you that was you, wasn't it?
You really want to anger me again? Because I promise you I won't stop this time.
Oh, no worries. But maybe don't put all your trust in that creature.
His name is Elric.
In Elric. Still.
If you get the respect of being called a man, then so does he.
Would you call yourself one, then?
He's pointing towards Elric.
Again, a dwarf. What different? Oh, really? Yeah.
You don't get to talk to him like that, mortal.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, what? You kill me. You'll be doing me a favor.
Or I'll send you to a place where you suffer for eternity.
What? My house?
Dear God, you do too much talking.
Called the Parabola.
What? You can reach the parabola?
A place where you never age, never die, and you're just stuck with your memories.
You're bluffing.
Oh, that place actually exists, although I have to agree with Elric. You can reach the parabola.
If what she says is true, I wouldn't be surprised.
Plus, can all of us connected to the outer gods can?
Guess that explains my ability to teleport there. To the other universe, though.
Oh, do not remind me of that place right now.
Yeah.
And as you're all talking, the far wall of this room starts to like shimmy and crumble a bit.
Oh shit.
It might just be the shifting lava, but the face of the stone on the far side of the room is starting to like crackle more than the rest of the room. It was hard to notice at first because like you're amongst like very active lava, so you're gonna hear a lot of noises in the wall. But as the volume kind of picks up on the other side of the room, and lava kind of like leaks from the wall rather than seeping across the ground, you notice. Let me grab an acid for this. Is he big?
Oh, he big boy.
An arm kind of like breaks through the stone and like flops down forward and like lays in the lava. It seems like it's being singed by the heat quite a bit. It doesn't seem very pleasant to it. And as more of the stone crumbles away, it's almost like watching an egg hatch. You see the face is kind of like disappearing from the stone and something behind it is starting to appear. And you see this very big, very like asymmetrical looking form. Let me use this guy. Turn
Holy
around.
fuck. He is buck-ass naked.
Yeah.
Look at that. There is
You see this
a tushy.
sticking. You see this
There's a
sticking out of the
tushy.
wall.
I got a booty.
Yeah. You see this big lumbering thing sticking out of the wall. And it's like its lower half is kind of stuck in the lava as its upper half is kind of like falling forward into it.
Mm.
And you hear it kind of like croak to life and go, "Oh,
Cease this at once. That thing there. Quickly. Bring it to me.
Would you
He's
mind repeating
pointing.
that? I could not understand a goddamn word you just said.
That makes sense. And then you see like there's like a split down the middle of this thing where it looks like it's like two different creatures fused into one right down the middle. And the other half of it like tries to speak a little bit better and goes, "Bring that thing here, the dwarf. We need it."
Yeah, I don't
After
fucking
all
think
this
so.
time. Then you hear the dwarf speak up and go, "What the hell is that thing?"
Anybody got any fucking ideas of what that thing is?
Oh my gosh, she didn't fully kill them.
Yeah, I'm sorry, kill who? What now?
Everybody,
Oh yeah, send it.
give me a religion check.
Religion!
Religion.
Religion!
All right.
Tyvar got a
my
nat
religion.
20.
Fuck!
Holy
I'm
shit!
the fucking monk! I'm the fucking monk!
Holy fuck! Kitty! Nat 20
I forgot
club!
to have double nat 20.
22! 22,
motherfucker! I didn't even want disadvantage, what the fuck?
I am the fucking monk!
Disadvantage.
Religion is my shit!
I know
How do I not
everything!
Well, to be fair, you are a little.
Don't
Okay.
worry, it's a pretty easy religion check. The crit was
Okay.
just funny.
So,
Double crit. Double crit, I might add.
Oh.
2 nat 20s. I got a 22.
Oh my God. And so you all snap to awareness and realize one half of that thing looks like depictions you've seen of the god of steel. The other half looks like depictions you've seen of the god of fire. And these two
Oh.
dudes are just stapled together down the middle.
hmm. Okay, guys, hear me out. I have an idea.
Yeah?
You're not gonna jump into the mouth.
No.
Yeah, so.
Who says
Elric.
jumping into the mouth?
No one is jumping into the mouth of a
Did your
fucking
mom ever
god
talk to you
Frankenstein.
about
Who
Okay,
says
Mike.
I'm
killing
jumping?
gods before?
What, Mars?
Killing gods? I mean, she helped me kill one
So she
pretty
killed a
recently.
bunch of them. And these were two of them that supposedly killed. And evidently she just fused them together. Somehow.
That's what happened to these gods? They literally just got killed by Sinead.
And yeah,
Oh my god, how'd she even get it all the way down here? Must have been before the mountain even formed. Don't call us an it, you filthy creature. As
Getting
this-
real tired of people talking about my man like that.
Please, bring us that dwarf. He has what we need.
The god seed. They want the god seed inside of him.
What happens if we give it to them?
It struggles forward a bit.
Bad shit. Bad shit's going to happen. No.
Okay, how the fuck did we get out then?
Well, we've killed one god. What's one more?
Do we kill it?
We can try.
Like
is
you're
that
just
how a
calling
god
it
talks to a denizen? Oh my gosh.
Like, are you just calling him an it?
It.
Or them an it?
To be fair, at least I referred to them as a god.
True.
At least I'm not saying they're not gods.
And this pair of stapled together individuals crawls forward a bit further. They're not moving fast. They're just
So
Tyvar will reach for the big sword on their back. Do we Do we?
Yeah.
Do we?
What's one more?
Do we what?
Oh, I think she's asking, do we kill it? Okay.
Yeah.
Shanti turns, and it just.
I'm pretty
He's
sure
gotta-
they just don't want to live anymore and they want to transfer their soul to the dwarf.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't want that one to become a god.
Exactly. My problem isn't with them. My problem is with him. If he gets the powers of a god's, I think he'd do worse than just trap us down here.
Yeah, no, he won't. He can't handle it.
Exactly.
What if we kill the vessel?
Good point. We could just kill him.
Yeets into the lava. It's like,
I
all
mean, I
right.
could take the god seed out of him and give it to another.
He's coming closer. Fuck up.
It's good.
How fast can you do that?
Start bait. Well,
Right.
Well, you all think I'm just gonna Henry here.
Pretty quickly, we just need someone to give it to.
I am
will just slowly
casting
draw that
enlarge
blade and
once again on Henry and just telling him I
Mm.
delay him a bit.
She said, they said dwarf.
So I'm just going to.
Wait, Mason, I have a question with the creature.
Hold on.
With the, like, the
She
Hold
like
on.
phases her hand through the other dwarf's chest and grabs like this glowing ball. And then she shoves the glowing ball into Brock's chest.
Surprise!
congratulations, you've acquired ender pearls.
Shanti tries to like
The
step
fucking
forward and
Xbox
stop her.
sign just appears in front of Frog. Achievement unlocked. Get a god seat.
Shanti like
100
tries
gamer
to
score.
like jump forward and stop her, but then like, you know, she's too fucking slow. She's on the other side of the fucking group. And she's just like, have you ever heard of consent?
Oh,
Oh.
I think
You glitched hard, Mars. Can you repeat that?
We didn't have much time to work with here and no one was going to volunteer that can volunteer.
Fucking
And Elric
fine.
goes,
What the
you can just grab those with your hand?
Yeah, and I can create them too.
Oh my god. Alright, I should bring you to meet the dragon lady, or your sister. And, Brock, meanwhile, you just had a whole hand shoved into your chest, and a god seed was just placed within inside your chest cavity, and didn't really hurt, surprisingly. But now you have this whole ass pair of gods stapled into one right in front of you. And, you know, Henry's in the way, looking to deal some damage.
Damning.
I mean, I only told him to delay him, but Brock will just look at his chest, look at Loon, and just be like, what?
And as you do that, you like look over your shoulder to say that. The god here reaches forward and tries to like lunge its hand down or like over Henry to like reach for you.
And like,
Dude,
as him come in front and like slice the hand.
you can try.
My brother in Christ.
What?
In.
Is that not a good idea?
If Shanti, his like closest friend daughter figure, doesn't jump in front of him, maybe don't try to fight a like 30-foot stone fucker. Just a thought.
So the arm of the god of steel reaches forward towards you. Does Henry do anything to stop that arm?
He will try to like just grab it and like stop,
Give me a strength check.
Strength, yeah. That is a 17.
Let me. Pow.
Oh,
Wow. Even with all his bonuses,
Breaks his hand.
Henry manages to like bear with all of its strength and like halt the arm of the God of Steel. And now, its other arm is gonna try reaching for you as well. The arm of the God of Fire. And it's got this like glow emanating from it. It's almost like it's not even fire blowing from it. It's like pure light. It's coming out of this thing's arm as it's reaching around Henry, getting towards Azam. And Azam, are you gonna do anything when that arm reaches towards you?
Oh, I got nothing, Chief. I wish I could like shoot water or something.
Since my chain dagger is reach, could I slice at it?
Yeah, sure.
Y'all are gonna. Oh my god.
Go for an attack.
Please stop.
Okay, Miss Geneva Convention. If we can't attack, why can't you?
Hey, at least mine had a fucking PTSD reason. Y'all just go, big thing. Somebody's told us not to attack it.
I'm sorry, big thing
I'm
going
gonna
to
shove my
attack.
sword up its ass.
I'm sorry, big thing is going towards Dad. What do we do? Let it grab Dad.
You
They
swing
literally
your weapon.
said they don't want to live anymore.
You swing your weapon, and it clinks against the arm of the God of Fire, and it flops to the ground. It did not do too much.
Damn.
And so its arm keeps reaching forward. Azam, are you gonna do anything?
Can I do anything? It's like, if that fucking chain did nothing, what can I do?
I was gonna say, you just saw like a chain dagger just plink off the side of this thing's arm like it was nothing.
Yeah.
And Henry enlarged is barely holding off this the steel arm. So you got a limb with the glow of the sun coming towards you.
I'm sorry, Chief. I'm gonna dodge that. I'm gonna rock away over.
I'm out of here, Chief.
I'm out of here, Chief. I'm not dying today. I tried to do one morally good thing today. That's it.
So Brock, you see Azam just peace out when he saw that, and this arm's coming right towards you. Do you do anything?
I am still dumbfuzzled, staring at Loon.
And as you're still staring at them, you realize, oh yeah, there's still a thing. And right as you turn to look, there's a giant glowing hand that just pressed up against you and grasped down on you. And as it's doing that, it's almost like you don't feel a burn from it. It's kind of strange. But you immediately feel this wave of energy passing into you as that arm of it seems like it's starting to disintegrate, and like all that glow is just pumping straight towards you. And very quickly you all see the God of Steel and the God of Fire sort of just like evaporate and get like sucked up into Brock's body. As you hear them both go, "Finally, at last, freedom. This agony is finally over." And they both like disappear as they get absorbed into Brock. Brock, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Normal one?
Yeah, it's a DC 40.
Oh, fucking what?
Sure, buddy.
What?
Oh, that was with Brian, not with Henry. Maybe.
You feel the power of 2 gods inside you,
Oh, woo.
fighting over control of your senses and trying to figure out what they're supposed to do. Give me another Constitution saving throw. Your eyes are now glowing, like flashlights are beaming out of your eyeballs. Moon, please tell me you know what you're doing. Can you please do something?
Yeah. I'm going to stabilize him now. And make him an actual god.
If he dies, I am
All
so
right,
killing
God.
you.
This won't hurt.
Brock's just like, yeah. As you say that.
Just carnival.
And then,
She shoves her hand into his chest again and like pour some energy into him.
You do that. And then, Brock, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Sure thing, buddy.
Still convulsing a bit, but like your senses are starting to come back to you. Like you're no longer seeing the stars with like pain and like fire bursting out of your body.
Like, what? Where? What happened? Where am I?
I think you just ate 2 gods.
Shanti's going to walk over to Brock and give him a big fucking hug. In fact, she's not going to walk, she's going to run. Just fucking noom.
Noom.
Like a glomp, almost.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
One of us.
Yay.
More of a, I just saw my father figure shoot fucking light out of his eyes. I'm a little spooked right now.
I know. I'm sorry.
And all the lava in the room kind of like calms a little bit. It's like no longer glowing.
Brockle very confused. Take the hug and like somewhat embrace it, but not sure what the fuck to do right now.
Well, this has
Shanti
been a
pulls
very
away.
loaded day.
Oh, what?
This has been a very loaded day. Do you all want to go back to the surface now?
Very much
It's
so.
really hot down here.
Yes, please.
All right, Moon,
Yes.
lead the way.
All right.
Oop, you're glitching again, honey.
we're going on a journey to find my sister. And you guys are. Going to wherever you guys are.
We are going back to Vestia to rest, because this has been hell. Oh,
See Elric
and we need to
smirk.
turn that one in. And she turns on the dwarf and points at him, and she's like, we need to, like, take care of the trash.
You see Elric smirk, and he goes, "Don't you mean Restia? Huh?"
She turns and looks
Then all
at
of a
him
sudden-
and is just like,
Kara appears.
fucking Kara.
What did I miss?
The best
lot of
joke
shit.
ever.
No. If you start making dad jokes, I swear to God.
They said they will try to make a Subaru, but they have no idea how it works.
I'm not surprised, Kara.
I don't think any of us know how that thing works.
What
Close.
just even happened?
The car explodes and it moves.
I hate this.
The
I
car
hate this. I want to
explodes.
go home. I'm.
And I think that's a good place to end the session.
On Shanti having another breakdown because of the fucking Subaru.
Yes. Perfect.
No, her father figure getting turned into a god doesn't trigger it. It's a fucking Subaru. My god.
In the channel VOD, I should have edited in like a just a fucking image of a Subaru and like some like
Little like
pop-up
toy car
music.
honk. Beep beep.
Yeah.
I hate the Subaru.
I love it.
Oh my god.
All right, and that has been session 20. Holy crap, we're a fifth of the way to 100, everybody.
Ooh.
If we actually make it to 100 sessions, I will.
Let's see.
I don't know. I'll do something fucky.
Rise of Vestia car wash.
No. No, car wash it. Stop
We
it.
might get the 50. We probably aren't going to get to 100 in this campaign.
That's what I thought. I was like, if we get to 100, I'll do something freaky, but I know we ain't gonna get there, so you know what? I don't have to actually keep that promise.
The gang goes to a the gang goes to a brothel.
Oh god, no. Shanti would be standing over in the corner reading a book and going, not interested, thanks.
It's just
Fully voice acted.
I would
Yeah.
rather die. I really would. No, we're not going to Hooters, cat. Fuck.
Oh my god.
Asum is just like confused sitting there. It's like, what is everything? Never
Those
seen
are
this
called
before.
boobs, Asum.
Where?
Thank you guys for joining us on Rise of Vestia, session 20. We will be back soon enough with another session.
I love
And-
how a jet showed his face once and never again.
I know, right?
I was,
Like,
I
thanks,
was
bro.
waiting. I was like, okay, I'll use it when a Zendel moment appears.
Okay.
'Cause If not, you're gonna be passive, watching me passively look at the camera for like a good 4 hours.
Fair point.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys so much for showing up. We will see you
Okay,
again.
talk
very
about
soon.
your Subaru.
Oh my god. We will be back with Path of Destruction on Tuesday. Wait. Shit.
Tuesday.
We're gonna have to have a conversation about that. Might be. Anyway,
Okay.
we will be back soon enough with another session of Untold Realms. And until then, I will see you all tomorrow because I'm streaming tomorrow. Good
Yeah.
night.
Good night.
Good night.
Goodbye.
See ya.